I thought I had made my warning to Sigil plain enough. There are a host of very good reasons why the lost city of Frore remains lost, I had said. For one, only one woman alive knows of its whereabouts. Then tell me of her whereabouts, and I will have found it, laughed Sigil. I could see the runes had been cast, but I persisted. For two, even if you persuade the woman to guide you there, the city is colder than a Tumarok's heart. No one missed the Geladites when they exiled themselves there. Why would you go? Why, to see it for myself, he grinned. And so it was that the Runeguard found themselves on a remote mountain peak above the home of the Geladites, the city of Frore, the Black Frost. Theirs was an ancient, apocalyptic religion which held that one day the sun would dim and world would freeze over. They believed that by studying frost-based magics and developing an affinity for the cold, they could survive this great freezing. They had spent many centuries entombed in the icy tunnels below, working on this evil end. An Alluvian knight, Sir Geoffrey Tremblant, had stumbled across the city over a year ago and promptly disappeared. A simple shrine was all that remained to testify to his passing. The Runeguard paid their respects and hoped to avoid the same frozen fate. The Geladites were obsessed with cold, perhaps because of their point of origin, the lofty frozen plateau of Gelid upon which had sat the Ice Throne, the capital of old Derikost. Led by a council of three, they devoted much effort to the study and worship of magics most chilling. And when the great freezing came, they planned to rebuild the Derikost nation around Frore, and then, as in days of old, they would rule the world. Like all Derikost, the Geladites were dread necromancers who had cheated death with their magics. All of the acolytes and initiates of the cult were foul undead. The Geladites expected the twisting maze of tunnels and the intense chill to thwart intruders. Those cultists who guarded the tunnels were quickly overrun by the Runeguard, their murmured prayers turning into shrieks of unearthly rage. At least my warnings had prepared the knights. They armed themselves with enchanted blades that roared with a magical flame. They clad themselves in the warm fur of the Matakar to ward off the unearthly chill. And they cast all manner of charms to nullify the magics of the Geladites. The Runeguard moved with a determined purpose, noting the places where Tremblin's comrades had fallen. We Asparians have been on Dareth for but a short time. Each man and woman of the Runeguard was only too aware of the timelessness of the halls, the centuries spent fashioning this great city. They had battled countless undead before, but now they stood on the verge of their frozen kingdom, an altogether more chilling prospect.